Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and there's really just a lot to go over, right? Because there's so much fear, misinformation, hoaxing, hopium going around this entire event, and let me tell you why that's the case. The reason that that's the case is because a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people have a built-in mechanism that unfortunately is going to continue to shield them from any sort of truth. And what do I mean by that? Well, the truth of the matter is there are a lot of unanswered questions. There will be lies. There is media manipulation. But there will also be hoaxers, hucksters, people that are taking advantage, and people that are just spitballing anything they possibly can, okay? And that's really important to realize. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are going to continue to tell you, you know, they have inside information and they've known something forever, and they're still just going to spin their own narrative. Well, that's not me. And then there are going to be people that are going to deny to the end that this virus even exists. Excuse me. And by the way, thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share. We're going to go deep. We're going to get into your questions. Obviously, I'll take all super chats. We will go in order as always, guys. And strap in, because one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to reach out to people I know in the medical field. Okay? Crazy stuff, huh? Reaching out to people you know in the medical field. What you're seeing before you right there is a chat. And by the way, this person just messaged me again 90 seconds ago. Now, you can either choose to believe I'm about to be honest with you and read something from a nurse that is in Queens right now, or you can choose to believe that I'm lying to you and I'm going to try to take advantage of you right now. And this person is not a nurse, and I hoaxed this. Okay? It's going to be your choice. But I warn you, I've never been outwardly dishonest to my audience. Ever, 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 ever. Ever, ever, ever. So as you guys know, before I went full-time doing this, before I started working for We Are Change, I'd been running a bar for a couple years. I'd actually worked there for 4+. Okay? Even during the time before St. Patrick's Day, I was in touch with one of my owners, letting him know that, you know, this lockdown, shutdown was imminent. So I contacted one, and by the way, there's another one I've contacted, and I haven't gotten a response yet, okay? But the reason I contacted her is because, again, she's in the city. You got to understand, I'm in upstate New York. There's SUNY Oneonta, but there's also Hartwick University. All right, there's a large nursing program there because, as I've told you before, there's a lot of hospitals around me as well. All right, none of this is a hoax. So I said, hey, not sure where you are at these days, but I am sure you are super busy right now with the madness, which is why I'm contacting you. Care to tell me how it is on the ground working in a hospital right now? Now, again, I wasn't sure where she was, but she says, hey, Jason, I'm in the heart of it in Queens. So my hospital is very busy with the virus, and people are sick. Most of them are between the ages of like 30 and 70, and lots have been put on ventilators. Now, remember from the other person that I know that's working in Brooklyn, he says once you're on a ventilator for a long time, forget about it. It's lights out. She says many of them could have benefited from a less invasive treatment called BiPAP or CPAP. Now, we've talked about those machines, right? So right here, you can tell she's not happy with how a lot of these people are being treated. She would rather have them a BiPAP or CPAP machine, but they're being intubated on a ventilator. But they aren't doing that for COVID patients because they say it spreads the viral particles more. In other words, those breathing is going to make it so the particles are everywhere and it's going to infect more people. So they're going with the intubation. So people are kind of forced into becoming more critical. All right. So right there, she's not happy about this. And this should be an issue that's taken up by the mainstream media and even the alternative media. But again, there's this spin out there that nothing's happening. All right. Let's see. Also, she confused this. My hospital is busy, but other hospitals close are not busy at all. My ER currently has 110 patients in it, with 15 people waiting. The hospital 5 minutes down the road, that is just as big, has 56 patients with 2 people in the waiting room. All right. So right there, she's saying, look, right here, we're pretty busy. All right. We got 15 people waiting. We got 110 patients. In a hospital the same size down the road, they have 56. All right. None of this is a hoax, guys, what I'm showing you. Okay. Hand the good Lord above to whatever you want me to swear on. I go swear on my niece's forehead. All right. Now, this is interesting. Again, this is her perspective. This isn't mine. I'm not on the ground floor. I don't know what to say about this. But she says, this is a virus I don't understand at all. I honestly think it's like nanobots or some crazy shit like that. And by the way, me and her never talked about what I did. You know what I mean? We were bartenders together. You know, we were working on bar stuff. She never watched any of my films, or I had no idea what her political beliefs are, but she says, and they are selectively killing or making the illness worse for some people. No, it's probably a bioweapon. Again, I don't know about nanobots, Gina, but she's talking about nanobites. Like everyone I work with has been exposed multiple times. None of us here, as of yet, have been sick. But then again, there's a 2 to 14-day intubate or man, I can't even say it. But basically, you could show no symptoms for a long time. Okay, but people's family members that they live with are dying. So in other words, they're becoming carriers, and that's pretty scary. So they don't want to go home. It's all over the place. I know people are sick because I'm living it and caring for them, but there is some kind of agenda going on, and it's scaring the crap out of me. And on top of that, what you don't see printed here, after she said that, and actually she's typing to me right now. I wonder if she's watching. Nope, she says, thank you, I'm doing my best. I think I'll be okay because the network I work for, the CEO is in bed with Cuomo, so we haven't been short on supplies really, and I'm trying to stock up on non-perishables now. I wish I was ready for this. I would have tried getting a gun permit. They stopped gun permits right now. Definitely nervous. And I told her, yeah, I know. I told her, hey, watch my channel, and that the NRA is suing, stay safe. And she goes, you do your homework and I trust your information. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. I don't think she's watching either. I think she's just typing to me. And we do it live here, guys. So again, you could call me a liar right now and that this is all made up, but it's not. And just like people were calling me a liar for daring to say that Walmart had cut off seeds, right? Because they just couldn't believe it, right? If you go to my Twitter here, it went viral. The Blaze contacted me, all because I was basically the first one on Twitter to put this picture up of seeds. Home and gardens no longer essential. The big box stores are here. So what I'm here to tell you guys is that all this film your hospital, listen, no one's saying that people in America aren't getting beds. Now, you just heard from a nurse. She doesn't like what's going on with the intubation. She would much rather see a BiPAP or CPAP. She has questions about the virus as well, but it's real. All right? It's real. It's really going to kill a lot of people. And I'm not telling you that we should be locked down and we should be given more power to government, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No, we should be figuring out real treatments, more BiPAP and CPAP machines, more things that are spread out so they don't spread the virus. She's happy because she's at least got the PEP equipment, all right? And she's younger. She's seeing people who are 30 to 70 get this. She's not quite 30 yet. I think she'd probably be in her mid-20s at this point, probably 24 or 25 years old. All right? So again, when we live in an Orwellian society that says you can't buy seeds at Walmart, Costco, or or Target because they're not essential in Vermont, you got to understand, again, slow rollout, 1929 meets 9/11 with an actual bioweapon at play. That's what we're looking at, guys. And, Alex Jones, I want to actually, let me do it live here. Let's get rid of this. Actually, yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's go over. I saw Titus did this. That's where I found it. Shout out to Titus Frost. I think he's done some excellent work on this. But he tweeted out today about Alex Jones talking about the Q phenomenon. And he spun it, he certainly spun it quite a bit. But at the same time, was it taken down? Man, I don't know where it went. But at the same time, he basically admitted that it was started, he didn't talk about DEF CON. But for those that don't know, I absolutely, at least one of the people he was talking about today, which he goes by, what is it, Dreamcatcher, right? Yeah, I had Dreamcatcher on, and I know his real name. His initials actually happen to be JB. Ain't Jason Burmis, I can promise you that. Okay, and then I had Defango, who definitely seemed to be involved as well. But all of them, these LARPers, and there's another guy called Microchip, and apparently that's a guy named with the initials JP. I don't know for sure on that one because I didn't report on him other than being Microchip. But they're the ones that started on HN. The whole thing was a hoax. All right? And at least Jones said today it is dangerous to think that, this is the takedown of the deep state and that martial law is good, because it's not. And I'm telling you now, listen, they're taking advantage. They're exploiting. They're taking powers they should not have. I talked about this today. Look at what they did with that's something important before we get to anything else. I reported on today, but it needs to be reiterated. Okay? Reiterated. Because it's just absolutely 100% unacceptable that this is happening. All right, let me quote this for you. With their bail reform, where they were already retroactively letting people out, or people were robbing banks and then getting let out the next day with no bail, I mean, that was reality. We were reporting on that. Now, they've moved it even further, that people that are, eligible for bail, which means they won't have to pay anything. Let me repeat this. Are sex traffickers, money launderers in support of terrorism, child porn offenses, repeat offenders, and crimes resulting in death. All eligible for quote-unquote bail as we let more and more prisoners out of New York. So if you want to talk about what the media is portraying and what's actually going on, all right, they're actually playing a lot of this down in cases. I know that's uncomfortable for people to realize, but that's true. Because again, it's a slow rollout. What happens in New York is going to be happening in a lot of other places. All right, guys. Again, we'll take all super chats and we're going to go down the line. What's up, Drew? Howdy. Hey, Melanie. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Let's see. What up, Miss Alyssa? Hello. I'm losing my mind over how Orwellian society is acting. Agreed. Hey, all. Hey there again, Jason Burmis Brigade. What up, Burmis Brigade? What up from Milwaukee? By the way, thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share, guys. Taking the questions one by one. Hopefully it doesn't jump on me too much. We are losing all of our freedoms, and I have young kids. It's ruining their childhood. Yes, Austin. Look, very difficult with my nieces downstairs and my sister. The three of them being around each other all the time, not having a break. We're exercising in the morning. We're trying to get that break in, which I think is good. But yeah, no, it's not going to be easy. And, I was watching Live PD. They were doing some, cheesy special. But even law enforcement is admitting the things that are up are domestic disturbances. Because families on top of each other, especially in abusive situations, can't deal with it. And a lot of people didn't prepare for this. People were laughing at me when I was telling them to, get food, get supplies, get water. Wow. How dare you say such things about the positive, hopeful Q? What positive, hopeful Q fans? That's a joke, right? What's positive about believing in lies and fairy tales? predicated on taking advantage of people. If you want the truth, we've got a lot to do, okay? And there are demons out there. There are high-level pedophiles. In fact, you know what? Check this out. This is something I didn't cover. But Larry Sanger, who, is a high-level guy in tech, has a crazy resume, put up a huge thread about actual child sex trafficking by the elite, okay? And that's a reality. So, again, there's a lot of positive things that we can get into that do help expose evil. But we don't believe in fairy tales here. All right, that's not what we do. We're not a fairy tale crew. The MAGA and Q crowd, shut the F up. Easy, guys. We got nothing but love. We're trying to help. What up, Scott? Tenson Guard in Milwaukee. Exactly. The National Guard is very real. In fact, Cuomo today said he would use the National Guard to take ventilators from other places throughout the state and bring them down. All right? Canada's saying this could last up to 2 years. I mean, I don't even want to think about it. I mean, where do you go after this? How do you fight for your country when a vast majority of your country is going to demand you get some kind of vaccine for this, whether you ever contract it or not? And then it'll be seasonal. The F out of here with that nonsense. I'd love to know what's going down in the Amish community right now. Because there's plenty of Amish people in upstate New York, and there's actually plenty of Amish people over in Pennsylvania. That would be interesting to me. Bet you they're just fine. Doing A-okay. It looks like we're going to into Venezuela to overthrow Maduro, which is also a shitty aspect of this. You're right. It does look like they're going to use this as another attempt to overthrow Maduro for the military-industrial complex. We're going after him for drug trafficking? Really? We're that concerned, are we? Come on. Give me a break. Yeah, I don't trust any plans. Exactly. Thank you, Elizabeth. Exactly. The sky is falling, blah, blah, panic everywhere in Colorado. Holly, again, I'm just saying that what has to happen is you better be prepared because this is a slow rollout. How much do you want to be dependent on, Grubhub and Uber Eats and the Chinese place, and slowly more and more of them will have to close down anyway because there'll be shortages and people won't have jobs for a long time. And there will be a mental health effect on this that we can't imagine. Yeah, you can't catch a virus, you goons. I like the actual Paul Simon. Big fan of Paul Simon. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. I could listen to it right now, guys. It's a Friday. In fact, you know what? Not so long ago on a Friday, I might be in a bar controlling the jukebox with my little magic phone and playing Paul Simon and having a pretty damn good time about it and not having to deal with the very real reality that we started with. Okay? Not a hoax, but a harsh reality. Not hopium. Sorry. Ain't got no hopium for you other than you have the power to resist and stand up to tyranny. The NRA, again, suing for our gun rights in New York is the right thing to do. They overturned it in New Jersey. So let's not allow full force martial law right now. Okay? Let's see. Austin Allen says, I want to take him to the beach. Candace Wonderland to Paw Patrol live, but you can't even take him to the park without possibly being arrested in front of him. I'm not sure what that is. The dogs to, interesting. I'm not quite sure. Trump is a neocon's wet dream. He has allowed neocon policy after neocon policy. Sounds smart, Jason. I mean, listen, I wouldn't have posted that. But, everybody's asking me, hey, who do you really know here, Jason? And there's a guy in my fraternity posting from Brooklyn Hospitals. I thought to myself, you know what, I'll hit her up. This other girl that actually dates another person I worked with, down in the city. You got to understand, huge amount of city and Long Island kids coming through my area. And again, I'm doing Zoom phone calls with 20, 30 members of my fraternity every week, talking to them, seeing what they're seeing around. They're trying to get appointments with doctors. They can't. So something's happening. Let's see. The white lab coats are the new black robes in the religion of scientism, which is the hopium of the people. We trust you, Burmis. Thank you, Holly. Whoa, there's a big jump. Big old jumpski. Big old jumpski. Oh, let's get that one in there. David Gutierrez. Would you work with Luke on a video on all of this? Again, I tried to reach out to Luke right at the end of February while I was still in D.C. So, anytime he wants to talk to me, he's more than able to do so. Let's see. What do you think of Bitcoin? Talking about Bitcoin, etc. Crypto in general right now might be a better investment than, say, the stock market. Now, that's not to say it can't be manipulated. Just because Bitcoin's number one right now doesn't mean it's going to be number one throughout even this crisis. You could see some big movements in this, right? Because if we did have rolling internet blackouts, and don't think that's not a possibility, if we had something like that, the blockchain still doesn't go down. You could do that on your phone. There may be cell blackouts. There should be some type of communication through all this. You understand what I'm saying? And to me, the elites seem to want that digital currency. And, JP Morgan and others want to exploit blockchain technology. So right now, again, for instance, my Rockfin, for those that don't know, tune in. You can follow for free. You get all the premium content. However, if you pay the $9.99 a month, and then it's more than just me, it's everybody on here. It's like a Netflix for creators. But for free, noon Tuesdays live, I'm going to start going on Rockfin. And so if you just follow me, you can go there. I get paid in an ERC token, which is a subsidiary of Ethereum. Now, I don't want to bore you, but there's actually an intrinsic value to that. And thank you, Rose Neely. We appreciate that. There's an intrinsic value to me creating content and you watching it there and sharing it with others because it's creator-based. You understand? So right now in these uncertain times, I think it's better than a lot what's on the stock market that's going to be gutted in dollars. I mean, the dollar, how well can it do over all this? Let's see. Luke's well said. Are you a fan of Jay Dyer by chance? If you're asking me if I'm a fan of Jay Dyer, I've seen a couple of his videos. I don't know if I'm a fan, but some of them were pretty interesting. I think cell phone towers are making people sick. I don't believe in the virus. Well, Austin, I don't know what to tell you. I just think that's a ludicrous idea because how would it move in the manner it has throughout the world? That's just I'm sorry. I'm not saying that 5G is good for you. I'm not saying that it couldn't exacerbate something, but I'm not buying into it. And I've seen, again, I get it, the 60 hertz. I get it. It's into your DNA. I get that the controllers have always wanted to use that type of warfare against the people. And some levels have. Hey, Truth Stream Media and I are very good friends. I think the minds of men is amazing. Let's continue down. Speaking of hoax, check out Hoaxed by Cernovich. I have that. I have not watched it. I think it's on Amazon Prime for free right now. I like some of Mike's stuff. Some of it's not great. He's a little bit too pro-war for me. Eh? And of course, the Epstein stuff too. There's another example where he did some good and some, very questionable stuff as well. Let's see. Regardless of whether it's real or not, I don't want to lose my freedoms. Agreed. The virus is real. I know people with it that are not near 5G. Come on. It may be a bioweapon, but it's real. Thank you, Bill. I totally agree. Cernovich is a Zionist shill. It's real, but not worth all this fuss. I'm subscribed to Dyer, but wouldn't say I'm a fan, although I do appreciate his work exposing Follywood. What's good is life if you aren't living. I agree. So, again, for those that just tuned in, I really want to reiterate one more time that, my nurse friend is there. You can go to my Twitter. You can read this post. She explains, what her ER is like, with 110 patients and 15 waiting, and then just down the block, 5 minutes down the road, it's just as big, but they have half the amount of patients, 56, and 2 people in the waiting room. So, take it for what you will. We went over what she thinks and how crazy she thinks this is. It's all right there. Let's continue on, guys. Continue on down the line. Cernovich is a lying shill who tried to help Derpowitz cover up sex crimes. Corona stock market crash, 5G setup, Starlink asteroid coming close. I love coincidences. Yeah, I see that Shepard's sending me stuff of IntelliHub on the possibility of the asteroid that he thinks might crash into the Earth, extinction level event. Maybe that's what this lockdown is. I don't buy that either. I saw the, what was it, in Nigeria from like 3-4 days ago. Again, he wants to do a show. I think I'm going to reach out to him. Maybe on Sunday, we'll do a show on the asteroid, and he thinks it's going to come close or maybe hit. I don't think it's hitting. I don't think we're there, guys. I don't think it's over. Okay? CV is a hoax. I don't know what that means exactly. Exactly, Jeffrey Long. We need more testimony. Even if it is real, only 200 died here in Canada of 38 million people. It's not right that we are forced into... I'm not into house arrest. People, both things can be true. That we're under attack by a bioweapon and shit's getting real and going down. And that I don't think that the quarantines, etc., are the answer. All right? How about that? Everybody says, are you able to turn up your microphone? Here's the thing. For some reason, it's pretty damn up, but XSplit, I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Like, XSplit, sometimes it works great, and then other times it's all the way on the bottom. Like, I can't turn it up any higher on the levels than it is, actually. And I don't know. Maybe I've got to get the tech guys, because every once in a while, it's all fine. It's all fine. But if you've ever watched me sometimes, and then I am trying to play a video off the web, and I'm not able to, that's why I download those Event 201 videos first, because that's the only way I can jack the volume up. And it's really weird, because I have a separate... I have 2 mixers I run this through. It's a whole thing. Well, we're trying to do the best we can with what we got. Let's see. What do we got here? All in 2 months. 6,098 USA deaths as of yesterday. Yeah, no, it's going to be a bloodbath in the United States, because it's going to be hard for us to hide the numbers, because we're a first world nation. China hid the numbers, guys. Hate to tell you. Okay? 10 times, again, Blue Man Chicago, you're not getting it. This is going to be very quick. Within a couple months, a lot of people are going to be dead. Here's the example of Blue Man Chicago. There's one woman who lost her brother and I believe her father, and her husband is currently on a intubator. All right? She's lost. It's not a car accident, dude. It's not like, oh, have you ever had 2 family members die of the flu within a week? And then your husband also be in critical condition? People got to wake up. Got to wake up. It's not the same thing. Like my kids don't get to go to preschool because of 200 people dying. The gym's closing. Will kill more than that. I'm not saying close down society, but to ignore this and say it's 200 people dying, it's not. It's something totally different. We are under attack by a bioweapon. And when I say we, I mean the serf class. All right? At the behest of the medical professionals, of the people that you saw at Event 201, of the predator class. It is real, but FCC gave approval to SpaceX on March 29, 2018 to launch 4,425 satellites into low orbit. Yeah, again, oh my goodness. Trump signs 5G in China, Russia, and U.S. all in a race for digital currencies. Now, currencies, the launch of 5G, that's all real. SpaceX, I've talked about it a million times. Elon Musk isn't going to the moon. He's not going to Mars. No, he's launching automation 5G satellites. Absolutely, if that's what you're talking about. Sure. In a lot of ways, he's a front man. Anybody who's telling you about going to Mars in rockets or space tourism, they're full of shit. That's not what this is. It never was. I guarantee you it's a U.S. made bioweapon. It could be U.S. made. It could be Israeli made. It could be made in China. It could be made in South America. I don't know where it's made. But again, I don't think a nation state launched this either. Incubation. Thank you. Incubation period. Thank you, Melanie. My throat is getting a little parched. Take a drink. Thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share if you're new, guys. Oh, Chin Chang Yang. You know, I'm sure he's got something really intelligent to say. Did you just swear on your niece that this virus is not a hoax? How do you know your poor niece? I know that hospitals and the experience of my nurse friend, who I was literally talking with as the program started, she's not lying to me. She's not lying to me. I know that you don't get China, Iran, Italy, Spain, Denmark, now Russia, to shut it down and ruin their economy over nothing. Again, I don't understand why you don't get that a bunch of eugenicists out there have bragged about wanting to release a bioweapon on the populace and aren't sitting there licking their chops. Okay? Why is that not a reality? Is that too hard for you to get? Oh, didn't Trump borrow $6 trillion and give 65% of it to the banks? Yeah, something like that. Absolutely. I agree, wet market my ass. I am a retired nurse, but have many nurse friends still working, and they are crazy busy. Just had to open up another ICU. Loot not making it out with shortages needed, protective gear. I know. And again, they're drafting people here. They're drafting people. You know, do I want to get that out of here too? Let me show you the draft letter. Let me see if I can bring that up too. Because I think that's important. She's got a locked account. But I know like March 13th, she got this draft letter right here. Yeah. So let's copy image address. Pop that here. And this is a different girl. This is the other girl that, let's see. Oh, does that go all the way down? Yeah, this is a separate girl. Oh, I hope I didn't just bring her up in here, did I? No, hopefully not. Yikes. Yikes if I did. Oh, there we go. Now we're back. All right, so let's see. Hope I didn't bring her up. Well, let's hope we didn't. But let's, again, maybe we did. But this is the draft letter. This is on the 20th she got this. So, you know, she's down there. This is real. This is not the one we were talking about earlier. But they're recruiting health professionals for this. This is one of those PDFs that you've heard so much about. There are certain things you just can't hoax, guys. Oh, let's see. We do it live. That's right, Scott. We do. Up $9.99. Let's see. Jason, keep up the good fight. Stay healthy. Thank you, Steph. Appreciate that. Super chat. Let's see. Jay Dyer is the only one I've seen talking so explicitly about scientism like that. I like his work exposing Rockefellers, Rand Corporation, technocracy, and scientism. Globalists got us in check. I don't know about that. They certainly have made a move. The 6,098 U.S. deaths and only those proven via testing to be COVID cases. This doesn't count the military deaths due to national security. Don't go to Walmart. It is real. Plandemic. Now Scott and I have both said our catchphrase. Hospitals in Colorado are not overly busy. I'm going to film my hospital tonight. Okay, go with, hey, anonymous keyboard warrior, shit poster. Go for it, big guy. I mean, it's so foolish. Again, either I'm a liar or I'm not. Either what I'm telling you with my interaction with two separate girls that are nurses is real or it's not. All right, that's all I can say to you guys. And I'm not making stuff up. Wish Jason Burmis would look into Dr. Andy Kaufman. I think I've seen it and I'm not impressed. Again, if that's the guy pushing the 5G thing, I've seen it. Look up Rockefeller Foundation lockstep scenario 2010. Yes, I've heard a lot on that. I might end up having to do a video on that too. They don't even have an F in test. That may be true, F Master, because we have talked about that. I'm not saying we trust the test one way or another, but I want to reiterate this. Let's see this. Woman loses family to COVID. We do it live here. Let's see. All right, so again, oh, she lost 3. Now she did lose them. Okay, this is not an April Fool's joke. So again, we could talk about the flu, and we could try to pretend that this isn't real, and that my nurse friend isn't being overrun. All right, or that this woman didn't just lose 3 of her family members to the same thing, because the flu does that. It kills 3 people. I get it. They're older. But for all of them, they all have underlying health conditions. I get it. But the flu doesn't do that to 3 people at once. You understand? Huh? Like they talk about, false negatives. For instance, my cousin, she's a little bit younger than me, in her late 30s. She got tested. Her test came back negative. They said she had pneumonia. She's never had pneumonia in her life. So I'm not telling you whether the tests work, whether producing false positives or negatives. I am telling you the flu doesn't kill 3 family members in a week's time. How about that? How about that? I am telling you there are no children being smuggled, from tents in Central Park from underground tunnels. I'm telling you that too. Okay? I'm telling you fantasies don't exist. Not those fantasies. All right? Anyone who has the flu vaccine will test positive for corona. I don't know that that's true either. I think that's speculation, is it not? And just what are they going to do when I put some seeds in my basket? That is BS. That is essential. Maybe it won't scan. I'll tell you to put it back. She told me they are doing med studies on these patients. No one is not a patient can come to the hospital. That's true. They are isolating a lot of these people. Regardless, our futures have been hijacked by this. Agree. That's true. I went today to Walmart in Kentucky. You can't get seeds. Thank you, Jason, for speaking the truth. Peace, love, and light. Thank you, Sonny Marshall. I didn't know that was going on in Kentucky as well, because that was Vermont. But yes, it is. Home and garden is non-essential, has been deemed non-essential. Was that a jump? All right, let's see. Doubt this will get better. Never the same. Well, Cuomo's trying to tell you about the new normal. Chris Cuomo is doing fine. He said chicken soup works good. I saw that. I've been watching Cuomo. Cheryl Thompson, that is so wrong. Lockstep. A world of tighter top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership with limited innovation and growing citizen pushback. Yes, I'm not happy about it. Home and garden centers are critical services, as people must grow anything edible ASAP. Must in windows, balconies, porch, anywhere. I agree. I think they are critical services. Kaufman is suspect. I don't know who he is. That's the person I think we were talking about before that I have seen. I'm not impressed. I got my seeds early. Government is shit. We are screwed. It's all too late. Cuomo is a liar. Microgreens. Yeah, Mike Cuomo is a liar. I get it. Have you been watching my videos? All I've been doing is working on gardens. U.S. government always lies. Yet so many people believe the China bad guy narrative. Amazing. Listen, China's not a good guy by any means. They are an authoritarian censoring place. But as far as them being, somebody that would release a bioweapon, even accidentally, on their own populace like this, yeah, no, I don't buy into that either. But again, they want to push the bat soup narrative, and then they want to push the U.S. bioweapon narrative. I'm not sure that's the case either. That doesn't mean people within the U.S. administration didn't help this happen. Again, it's so hard to tell. We've talked about this a million times, but even the CIA, the FBI, MI5, MI6, Mossad, their counterparts are privatized. The Booz Allen Hamiltons, the Black Cubes, right? The Straffers, the Kissinger Institutes, etc. Let's see. I can tell Drufus is a good mod. I love Drufus. Thank you, brother, for helping out. Kevin McCarn is a neuroscientist that actually worked with viruses. F the police. Dreamcatcher up. And 2 scoops early on. You put that up there. I didn't. And again, I interviewed those people. I took a lot of flack for that. And people are like, Jason, you don't know anything. Trust the plan. Trust the plan. Listen, trust yourself. Trust your heart. Trust your intuition. Trust real facts. Trust digging deep on real information and realize there isn't an easy road. And that there aren't superheroes behind message boards that are going to fight the bad guys. Okay? You got to fight the bad guys. You do. You. Stop. Don't put it off on somebody else. You get it? Oh, let's see. Chip was doing big things before the 2016 election to fake-o microchip. I don't really know if the numbers they are putting out is, let's see. Shepherd ducks, I've been studying subjects you mentioned for a long time. My garden is planted and I have seeds too, all non-GMO. Let's see. Is Bill Gates involved with CV? Bill Gates is involved with telling us what to do about coronavirus. He was involved in Event 201 with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You know, people like Bill Gates, people like Ted Turner, people like Bloomberg, all right, Soros. These are the real eugenicists. Kissinger amongst them. They're the people that believe that a predator class should rule over us. And Bill Gates is very much a part of that predator class. And I do not appreciate him or his ilk. Oh, everyone should block the agent provocateur FBI guy in here. Who's that? I'm not sure which one that is. Is he the trollers trolling along? I'm in Canada, so I got to wait a bit to plant. But glad to hear that you did, Cheryl. Django gets high every day on his channel with bong. You really think he's cute? Oh, if you're talking about DeFango, it's not he. It wasn't that. It was again a meeting of people at DEF CON. Okay, that started a hoax. Here we go. Brower and Microchip started Q on 4chan as a LARP. They gave up the trip code in November 2017. Grifters took it over and moved it to 8chan in January 2018. Again, I interviewed not Microchip, but the other one with DeFango a while back. You guys can find that. Let's see. We do not have a representative government. Wake up, America. Our government is owned by the neocon cabal. Yes, Texas here. The media is pushing a narrative. I agree. Can someone please tell me what happened between Luke and Jason? I thought they were tight. I just read the Bill Gates did not vaccinate his kids, said by his private doctor from the 90s. Doesn't shock me. Bill Gates going to stick it in your whoa. Your whoa. All right, guys. I'm going to go through, make sure I didn't miss any other super chats. I think we're going to wrap it up. Oh, there's a couple right there. Papist. Did I miss some on the way up here? Yeah, we did. There's one. Oh, no, we did get that one. We'll come back down to you, Papist, I promise, but I think I might have missed one right there. I just want to go to a damn bar. Yeah, I hear you, Wisconsin here. Yo, brother, so do I. I want to go to a damn bar, too, and I can't. So we got one more super chat. Thumbs this video up, by the way, guys, on your way out. Virus equals real problem. Food security equals biggest problem. Don't disagree that that's not a problem. I have 6 months of food for my family right now. So, guys, I got the Rockfin. Go follow me there. If you want to endorse me, great. If you want to financially support me, I got this as well. Thumbs it up. Join the Burmese Brigade. I'm here to tell you the truth. There is no hopium here. There's harsh realities. The hope is within you and I of getting facts out and truth out and, you know, facing the tyranny that's oppressing us right now with reality. That's the hope, not fantasy world on message boards. Absolutely love you guys, and I will see you on the flip side.